to Update 7 of the Lip Service Project Pan. Last month I told you that I was able to get all of my products to that level 1 10-use goal, and I am now working towards level 2, which is 25 uses. Before I get into today's update, I wanted to let you know that it is World Elephant Day, International Youth Day, and for all those middle children out there, it is officially your national day as well. And most excitingly for me, it is my Bellini's first birthday, so happy birthday, Beanie! Now let's get into the update. The first product I have is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Mini in the shade Pillow Talk. Lip Cheat is a velvety waterproof lip liner designed to resize, reshape, and define lips for a fuller looking pout. And the shade Pillow Talk is described as the universally flattering nude pink. I did get 2 more uses on this product this past month, bringing total uses to 17. Unfortunately, it is starting to get waxy and leaving little pills of color everywhere, so it's not the funnest to work with, but it is still a nice color. I am also working on 3 different lippy pencils from ColourPop. Lippy pencils are a long-wearing, high-pigment lip liner with a creamy tug-free formula that glides on smooth to define, sculpt, and overline the lips while preventing feathering. The shade Ashton is described as a deep taupe, and I reached for it 1 time this past month, bringing total uses to 15. The shade Beeper is described as a muted rose, and I reached for this a whopping 9 times, bringing its total uses to 27, meaning I have my first product in this project to hit that level 2 25 use goal. Mwah! The shade Cool BFF is like a mixture of the previous 2. It is described as a rosy taupe. I reached for this shade 1 time this past month, bringing total uses to 12. So unfortunately, this is definitely going to need a lot more attention. And rounding out the lip liners is the Jaclyn Cosmetics lip liner in Cupcake. She described her lip liners as a super creamy, high pigmented pencil that glides on smooth to deliver a soft matte finish, sculpt the lips, and layer seamlessly to prevent feathering. The shade Cupcake is described as a dusty pink. I did reach for this pencil 1 time, bringing total uses to 16. Up next are my lip tints, and would you believe me if I told you that both of these products have the same amount of product in them? This is a full size of the Dear A Hydra Dewy tint, and it has 1.8 grams or 0.06 ounces. And this is the Tear Waterism Glow Tint Mini, and it also has 1.8 grams or 0.06 ounces. You definitely could have fooled me. First, I'm going to go over the Dear A Hydra Dewy tint in the shade Little Mauve. This is a lightweight vegan lip tint that gives lips a clear watercolor-like glossy shine without feeling sticky. And the shade Little Mauve is described as a milky mauve. I did reach for this 3 times this past month, bringing total uses to 15. And the other tint is the Tear Waterism Glow Tint Mini in the shade Fig Peach. This is a lightweight, non-sticky hybrid lip tint and oil that delivers a dewy, water-juicy, glass-like shine. The shade Fig Peach is described as a warm, peachy pink brown. I did reach for this 2 times this past month, bringing total uses to 12. Another one that needs a little bit of love. Both lip tints do tend to stain quite bad. Up next are the Jaclyn Cosmetics Rouge Romance Lip Cushions. The Rouge Romance Lip Cushions are described as a mousse-like liquid lip color featuring an ultra-light blurring formula that dries to a smooth, soft satin finish. The shade Last First Kiss is described as a petal rose pink. And I was able to get 3 more uses out of this color, bringing total uses to 13. Promised is described as a plummy pink. And I got 1 more use on this shade, bringing total uses to 11. So unfortunately, this is also a shade that still needs a lot of love. And rounding out the lip cushions is the shade Sincerely Yours. This is described as a rich rose. I did reach for this shade 1 time as well, bringing total uses to 16. And the last category I have is my multi-stick. This is the Ilia Beauty Multi-Stick Mini in the shade At Last. The multi-stick is a creamy multi-use sheer color balm designed for both cheeks and lips. It is buildable, blendable, and breathable. The shade At Last is described as a mauve rose. I did get 2 more uses out of my multi-stick this past month, bringing total uses to 14. For July goals, I had 2. The first was to focus on these 3 shades here, which was the Dear A Little Mauve, Tear's Fake Peach, and Jaclyn's Last First Kiss. I am happy to say that all of these definitely got used. Dear A got 3 uses, Tear got 2, and Jaclyn's Last First Kiss also got 3 uses. So I'm gonna say goal complete. My second goal I thought was a little far off. I wanted to get my first product to that level 2 25 use goal, and I am so happy to say that I was able to do it with Beeper. I did use it 9 times like I mentioned earlier, and it is now at 27. So goal crushed. For August I have 1 goal, but it encompasses 5 different colors. I want to get all shades that are currently under 15 uses to at least 15 uses. First is ColourPop's Cool BFF sitting at 12. Tear's Fig Peach is also sitting at 12. Jacqueline's Last First Kiss is now at 13, while Promised is at 11. Ilia's At Last is the closest at 14. So each shade needs between 1 and 4 uses, but I definitely think that's doable. But that was my update for lip service. I am really happy that I was able to use all of my products at least once this past month, and I got Beeper to level 2. Super excited about that. Before I leave you today, one last shout out to my puppy who will never know that I shouted them out on here, but happy birthday, Beanie. Mommy loves you. And thank you for everybody who watched this video all the way to the end. It definitely helps my channel out and encourages me to keep going. And until the next one I see you in, I hope the day treats you well. Bye.